Fathers who left to get milk and never came back. What really happened? When my wife and I found out she was pregnant with twins, I had no choice but to move to another country for work so I could support them. While I was away, I never really thought about what life would be like once I returned. After 2 years, I finally came home, but everything was different. We had moved to another state where I had no friends or family. My wife had completely changed, and I was struggling to handle the kids. I wasn't prepared for this life. That night, when my wife got home, we sat down and talked about our future together. But in my mind, I had already made my decision. I had some money saved up and planned to leave it all behind for them. The next morning, I told my wife I needed to run to the store and trying my best to hold it together. Just then, my daughter overheard and ran up to me. She looked at me and said, "Daddy, bring me home a surprise." That hit me hard. It took everything in me not to break down right there. As I pulled out of the driveway, I could still see her waving at me. I just kept driving until I reached a busy street. Then I broke down and cried for an hour. But that day, I turned around and walked back into my house. I brought toys for my daughters and a new ring for my wife. She must have thought it was strange, but she never said a word about it. From that moment on, I got my life together. Now, years later, I couldn't be happier with my family. Leaving them would have been the biggest mistake of my life. This keeps the tone, flow, and style intact while slightly adjusting the word order.